Billboard announced on its homepage this week that the Korean boy band BTS topped the Billboard 200 list. The Billboard 200 shows the most popular pop music albums in the US by tallying album sales, online streaming, and other scores. This accomplishment that rewrote Korea's pop music history was somewhat expected among the fans when the band received the Billboard's Top Social Artist Award for the second year in a row. BTS wasn't world famous from the start. As many fans and critics point out, it was through social media that the band won the hearts of their fans globally. BTS members share their daily activity through social media, from their day-to-day life to preparations for new songs and dance moves. But it was not just their communication skills that gave them global stardom. All the members participated in the process of producing their albums and tried to vividly represent the sentiment of their generation. Now the public's attention is on how high the band will reach on the Billboard 100, which is the list of most popular songs. The highest mark by a Korean musician was made when Psy's Gangnam Style reached the number 2 spot back in 2012. It is no exaggeration to say that BTS has already rewritten the history of K-pop. It is safe to say that this is just one of many more things to come. It is the first time in history Korean musicians reached the number 1 slot on the Billboard 200. So before I said when I was reading the script, Psy hit the number 2 spot, but this one I said the number 1 slot. So we can say on a chart, a slot is kind of a thin rectangular box. So the Billboard charts kind of go from slot 1 or spot 1 to slot 2 or spot 2. So we call them slots or spots when we're talking about ratings. A new chapter in music history has been written as BTS topped the Billboard 200. So first, a new chapter has been written. So a new chapter in history means something brand new has happened that has never happened before. So for example, when Barack Obama was elected president, that was a new chapter in American history was written because he was the first black president. And then I said BTS topped the Billboard 200. When you top something, you've reached number 1. So you've reached the top. So if you're looking at baseball scores or, again, another sort of rating system, whoever topped it, we can use it as a verb to be number 1. BTS constantly posts updates of their progress and personal lives on social media. They've also taken a different approach to writing their songs by using a more personal approach to creating lyrics. These strategies have widened their fan base, also known as armies. So I said they're taking more of a personal approach. When you take a personal approach, it means you kind of show empathy or you make an emotional connection with someone. So by them showing their daily lives, they're kind of showing their true selves or their true personality. And that creates an emotional connection between the fans and BTS. And finally, I said these strategies have widened their fan base. So a fan base is a group of fans, but to widen the base is to get more fans to enjoy something or to watch something. And that can mean you make the number greater, or you find different types of fans. So, for example, in the United States, BTS was on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Mostly Ajumas only watch the Ellen DeGeneres show. So by going on Ellen DeGeneres, they were able to widen their fan base and get more older women to enjoy their music. Through their unique writing style and communication with fans through social media, they have been able to form a deeper connection with their fans. So I said to be able to form a deeper connection. So there's always a connection between a band and someone who listens to their music. But if you want to make a deeper connection, they were able to use social media to show what they're doing on a daily basis so they could understand each other better. BTS did not have the intention to be internationally famous. Their songs are about personal issues and their lives in Korea. They do not change their dance moves for the overseas market. So I said BTS did not have the intention to be internationally famous. So when they started out, they were concentrating, I believe, mostly on the domestic market, singing their songs in Korea. It just so happened that they became internationally famous. So when you say an intention, it's kind of the thing that you mean to do or want to do or will to do. That is intention. And we said change their dance moves. Dance moves are just the type of dancing they do or their choreography. And then I said they didn't change it for the overseas market. So when we talk about the overseas market, so if we were in Korea, every other country is an overseas market. And sometimes if, for example, you have a movie that is domestically very successful and then you send it overseas, we said it did very well in the overseas market. BTS did not set out to conquer the international pop music scene. They have stuck mostly to Korean lyrics and their own style of choreography. So BTS did not set out to conquer. To set out is to start a journey with a goal of doing something. So to conquer means to dominate. So they did not set out to conquer the international pop music scene. And they stuck mostly to Korean music. So to stick to is to keep to a plan, not to deviate or go somewhere else. So they stuck mostly to Korean. So if you listen to BTS songs, there's a little bit of English, but the vast majority is Korean. Each generation has a different appreciation for the music of the time. We should be more open-minded and go outside our comfort zone when it comes to listening to new music. So two things. So music of the time. Music of the time means the music that is popular and playing right now. The one difference is music at the time was when we talk about music in a different time period. So for example, the music at the time in the 1970s was disco. But usually we say like the music of the time now is K-pop or, I don't know, trap music in hip hop. And then we also I talked about going outside our comfort zone. Your comfort zone is what you are comfortable with on a daily basis. So if, you get up, go to work, go home, eat, go to sleep, that's comfortable for you. But, if someone said, hey, do you want to start a new business? That would be outside of your comfort zone. Or, for example, if you jogged 10 kilometers a week and someone said, hey, do you want to run a marathon? That is outside your comfort zone. So when we talk about our comfort zone or going outside of it, we start talking about doing new things or taking new risks. People should appreciate all forms and genres of music, regardless whether it comes from yours or another generation. So forms or genres of music. So we usually use genres, I understand, for movies or TV show, science fiction, action, romance, but we also use it for music. So genres would be rap music, folk music, country music. So we also use that for music. Thank you guys for downloading and telling your friends. We really appreciate it. Bye-bye.